And we're live again. Good evening. Well, that's it in Europe at this point. And good morning and good afternoon to wherever the fuck you guys are. And we are in New York, in the Bronx. It's the Living World of Darkness, the demon venue. Lily, after meeting with Artemio, she decides, well, why the hell not? Let's go to Marcus. Let's see how he's doing. She's still kind of the memory of him leaving the shadow world and the way he was at that point is fresh on her mind, and she kind of worries for him. He's still a friend after all. I mean, shit happens. That doesn't change if that's fact. So she wanders over to Fitzroy Manor. Just probably has to take a bus or something. She's walking up to the gates. She already sees from the outside. She can see that construction work is going on. So she walks in through the gates.
She won't even be checked for ID. Although there are men standing at the gates, they just look up, nod, and motion for her to head on through. The only sort of verbal acknowledgement she gets is one of the guys who was actually at the essential what is now referred to in the house as the attack. Just shouts over to her with saying, "Mr. Shiko, he's inside if you need him." And after that, she just gets waved on.
And she raises her thumb. It's like, yeah, thanks. And she smiles to the other guys, and she's actually quite different than the last time she entered the mansion when she was like hair standing in all directions and fuming and screaming. So she, well, at least the last time that she actually arrived by car, not by Shadow World. So anyway, she enters through the door, just goes straight on to the office. And she knocks. Wait.
After a few moments, as opposed to the normal call of "come in," she'll actually hear a heavy booted footstep come over, and the door will be just pulled open a little by an actual worker in a hard hat, who will quickly tell her that this is a part of the house under reconstruction, and actually asking her quite gruffly what the hell she wants.
What the hell I want? What the fuck? I want to see Marcus. Where is he?
And the guy would actually point downstairs to what Lily will know to be the kitchen, and then the guy will just gruffly tell her to leave him and his men alone, and then slam the door in her face.
Okay, I'm gonna roll a die here, because she doesn't like to be treated like this. And let's see, I'm gonna roll chance die. Minus means that she is doing something. Plus means she can hold her temper. Oh, ow, she can't. Okay, so as the door literally got slammed in her face, you can just almost see these steam coming out of her ears. And she's like, ah. She doesn't actually shout anything back, but she's just gonna kick the door in as well as she can. And just for fun, I'm gonna make a roll out of that as well. Luckily, I know these rolls. Yeah, I hate to say this, but there's a big hole in your door, man.
Almost like a second later, the door gets yanked open, and this one of the guys actually wielding a hammer, and just screams at her, "What the fuck do you think you're doing, you psycho bitch?" He's clearly extremely pissed.
Shut the fuck up, or you want another kick? I mean, I can do this. She points at the hole in the door. To your face as well. Don't treat me as such. Seriously. Well, go on with your fucking work, but...
The guy will just cut across you and shout over to one of the security, who will quickly run over. But instead of having a go at you, he will basically order this worker to get back to his work and to fix the fucking door. Before the guy apologizes to you for letting this worker annoy you, and then proceeds to try and lead you down to the kitchen, saying that he assumes you're there for Marcus.
Mhm. She just looks at the worker. It's like, keeping my eyes on you, boy. She follows.
About a minute or so later, they enter the kitchen, and as she walks in, she actually spots Marcus not sitting at the table, but actually behind in the actual kitchen area, basically cooking. And although there are a few people in the room, most of them are just sort of quietly sitting and reading. And then the security just walks away, directing Willie over to Marcus.
Mhm. Willie is she's looking at Marcus, looking around. The anger that she felt at that worker is kind of, it melts away. There's no reason for her to be angry at this point, and she made her point, so she does feel kind of guilty about the door, though. But yeah. Eh. But at this point, she's looking at Marcus. She's like, Marcus?
He'll stop and turn around, and she'll notice that he's actually just wearing a t-shirt and a pair of jeans, highly unusual for him. And it's covered in likes of flour and tomato rocks. And he looks like he's been cooking all day.
So, what's for dinner?
That depends. He just points to a large table over the side, which is literally covered in various dishes. There's various sorts of pasta, a few cakes and tarts. I think we might even have a few of the fish things left. Oh,
Yeah.
and quiche over there if you want some.
I never knew you were into cooking.
It's been about 2 years since I cooked a meal. And then he just points over to like a stack of cookery books on one side. I need to get back into this. It's really actually helps relieve stress, believe it or not.
And I guess you should do it more often. And she walks over to the table because she just now notices that she actually is rather hungry and could just hear her stomach making these weird noises as she's looking over. So I'm interrupting you because I don't mind waiting a bit.
No, it's okay. The only thing that's left are, the custard tarts, and they'll take another 20 minutes or so in order to finish.
Like I said, I don't mind waiting.
It's okay. He props himself up on the stool. So, how can I help you, my lady tyrant? And he's grinning as he said it.
Marcus, there's a hole in your office door. Don't make me put a hole in your kitchen door as well. She just looks at the other people around the kitchen.
Oh, it's okay. Oh, they don't care. Most of them
Yeah,
are street workers anyway. Not
yeah, I
hookers, you
care.
understand, but
How about we go walk outside for a little bit? I mean, you have a nice
sure,
garden.
sure. He'll just call over to one of the staff and one of the people at the tables and just tell them to give him a ring when the tarts are done.
Lily
And
just
then
grabs some of the quiche with her as stuffs some of the cookies in her mouth. It's like, oh, let's go.
he'll lead her out of a small back kitchen door, not the main entrance he's used to going through, and the small, little used gravel path that leads out into the main garden area.
Hmm.
So you want to talk?
Yeah, few things. But first thing, I was just wondering how you were doing.
I guess I'm better. But then again, Didn't think I'd have to use these things. And he reaches into his pocket and pulls out what looks to be a small pot of pills. He just holds them over to her.
Lily grabs them. She looks at them, studies the bottle. She
They're,
actually has medicine, so.
they're essentially fairly generic looking, what you might call pep pills.
Mhm.
Very weak antidepressants, basically.
Mhm. Yeah. Hmm. Marcus, why do you have these?
They're from the old days.
And you don't need them anymore. She just puts them in her pocket.
That's not fair.
I'm not fair.
There's no point, you know. It took me all 20 minutes to get more. Really doesn't matter.
I know, but I would prefer you not to take these. You should be able to work out your issues without the use of fucking drugs. I mean, at least when I drink myself into a stupor, I know I'm doing it, and I know it's bad for me. This kind of stuff, in the end, it's always bad for you.
No, no. When I got back from the Shadowlands, I wasn't feeling in the best place.
I can understand that.
I
Not a
actually
place
want.
anyone is feeling very well in.
I
Well,
wanted to go back, you know.
back where?
Not back home, but well, I guess you could call it a home, essentially.
And
That
that
time he,
she just
but
stops. What?
when Josh let me out, there was a part of me that wanted to go back to the prison. I couldn't stop thinking. At least the noise would stop, the lights would stop. Horrible though it was.
And until you can say anything else, you just get a slap straight across your cheek. It's like, boom.
Ah, what the fuck? That was strictly not necessary.
No, you never, ever think that again. Ever.
I'm entitled to think that I like.
Ever. Marcus, promise me.
Look, I have my own reasons.
I don't care. Honey, seriously, you're one of my friends. You're one of my best friends around this place. I need you. I need you to be around. Don't bail. And especially not to that place. Because you're saying that now. Once you're back there, you know you don't want that.
That's the thing. I clawed my way out once. If things get too bad, I can claw my way out again. People are still
And then,
escaping all the time.
next time life bites you in the ass, you just do again. You do it differently.
Maybe make it a relief way of getting out of things. Because that's the thing, Lily. Here's the thing you need to understand. Uh, this host killed himself, and believe it or not, I'm fighting every day that same urge. And then what he actually does next is he actually shows you his arms, which are dotted in small burns. He just says in a very dark voice, "They are not from an oven."
Well, still, you shouldn't do that. I mean, I can understand how your host has issues. I can understand how your host looks at things differently than you should, but try to work it out. Go talk to Artemio. He's an expert on on this kind of crap.
my,
I mean,
ho-
honestly, don't go talk to me.
my host went and talked to Artemio for months and it didn't help. He still jumped off a bridge.
Yeah, but this time it's different. It's no longer the host that's in control. It's you.
Sometimes I wonder. Because that's the thing. I've had time to think on it, and that shit with Clark, I know that if the real me was in full control, that would never have happened. I'd probably tried to knock him on his arse, but I wouldn't have shot him.
Well, maybe then we should try to see if we can get more of the real you, as you call it, and less of Marcus. I mean, we can work towards that if you're up for it. I mean, I can't really, but
Mm.
just give it a try, and don't go back. Don't try to go back to that place. Honestly. Because I'll come and I'll fucking drag your ass out of there. And you won't be happy.
I'm not likely to be happy for a long time. Because the real thing is that it's true, Clark was a dick. But the fact is, he was still a brother.
He's gone.
Left the city?
I
I thought
went
I
away
felt
with his
something.
tail between his legs.
I thought I felt something.
Hmm. Well,
Be
I told
honest,
him he can come back. He can come back anytime. He still has to
I
serve his punishment.
was kind of afraid he was going to try and go back to the pit. Same as me. But at least I guess Rosemary's okay now.
I don't know. I haven't
Mm.
met her.
Yeah.
Though I'm starting to to wonder about that human, as basically all court seems to be in such an uproar over one stupid little human.
I guess it's my fault in a way. Clark told me once that, or sorry, the demon inside told me that he was desiring to abandon the host at one point, early on. And I advised him it would be unwise. There was no guarantee he'd get a new host.
True.
Yes, and I was the one who pushed for him to start embracing Clark's existence. I wanted him to unify with his host, understand him.
Well, apparently he didn't, because when he left, he told me that he was still feeling too much like coal.
Like Cole.
Yeah.
But
I don't know. I don't know. You guys, devils, can I say?
we're not all nutcases.
Oh, I'm sure you're not.
Just most of us.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
But that Lily actually just jumps up and on your back and just hugging you. It's good to see
He'll,
you smile again.
yeah, he'll give her the best hug back he can, given the fact she's behind him. I appreciate it, but it's going to be a long time before I feel healthy again.
Well, I gave you that punishment to not not just to show that you need to work on some things, but also to hopefully give you the time to work on things. You have a month. You have a month.
This is the thing. I've been in this house now for, what, since February, I think? Something like that. Can't remember the exact moment, but
I thought it was December or something, but it might be me. I don't
who
know.
knows? Could be. Like I said, can't fully remember. Those early weeks and even a couple of early months are a bit of a blur. But even after all this time, I'm still struggling. I wouldn't have thought it made much of a difference.
You think any of us are that much different? Think we don't struggle?
I've yet to see you shoot someone who's. I've yet to see you shoot Al.
It's not that. You've seen me. Well, you didn't see me. You might. I don't know if you saw the result of that, but you saw me go crazy when I thought Josh had died. I lost the struggle there.
Mm, maybe true, but that was
Actually,
different.
you've
That
seen me go
was
crazy, like apeshit crazy when, well, Reggie still hurts.
that's different. That's love of one form or another. It's different.
I wonder. It's not that different.
Seems different
Everybody's
to me.
going. Everybody's going through their own struggles and their own things. Have you ever heard Josh saying, Josh is Josh is Josh?
A bunch of times.
Exactly. Do you know why?
Because he's convinced that if he ever lets himself be who he really is, he'll go mad.
So, even he, although he's been out of the pit longest of everyone, well, save of course for Locke, but sorry, Reggie, fuck. But she's not feeling very well at this point. But even Josh is still struggling. We're all struggling. I wonder if it will ever stop. We'll get
Mm.
used to the struggle, I think, in the end, but
I've been doing some reading, actually. You know, in human terms, they refer to what we all have as post-traumatic stress disorder. A lot of veterans get it, apparently.
hmm,
They go off to war and they struggle to cope either with civilian life or with memories of what they did or saw. Same as us, basically. Because we're not at war anymore, we're forced to live a civilian life.
are we not?
Not on the same level.
Mm,
It's in human terms, it's like going from fighting World War II to fighting dormice. It's just nowhere near on the same level.
mm, I think we're going from World War II to Cold War.
Yeah, you give kids bastards a little too much credit.
I'm not talking about the leeches.
Who then? The Ravengers are only a problem because we don't wipe them out properly.
Mm, no.
That being said, that being said, they are soldiers. Have you not thought about making best advantage of them?
Mm, I'm actually trying to see if I can, in the end, maybe work out an arrangement with them. But last time I met one of them, it did not really end that well for me. Well, not that I actually got hurt or anything, don't worry about that, but the Fordham University is compromised, definitely. There's no way we can go back there. I can't
Yeah.
even go back to my fucking own dormitory, though I still do that because I have to move out the last of my stuff. I finally managed to get around to a different building,
Hmm.
different floor, but still, I still need to tell Reggie that. Mm,
You know, now comes the fun part. Try rolling perception empathy, please. See, I know, I know. It's one of those fun parts where Lily might just pick up on it. Might. No, she watches.
no, I
Fuck.
fail.
Oh yeah, you got one success, so it's only a fail. In that case, she thinks she might have seen maybe an instant of something, but it's gone so quickly. She completely thinks that nothing. It was nothing. As Marcus says, I nah, it doesn't matter. I had a bit of an idea,
What?
but it's nothing. It's
What?
nothing.
Fucking spill it.
I was just thinking that try negotiations. But as you say, you've tried it already, and yes, I am
Well,
going to roll. I'm going to roll manipulation subterfuge because he is trying to lie his ass off. Oh, thank fuck for that. 4 successes, which I think is more dice than you even
yeah,
have.
yeah. I'm not gonna roll for that.
Yeah. All right then. So you have fallen for his lie. You've you've already tried it before, anyways. Negotiation isn't going to do much, I guess.
Well, I know it's not my best thing. I'm not very good with talking. More with hitting.
Yeah.
But we have something that they want. We
Hmm?
might have to try it again at some point.
What do we have?
She's actually reaching into her bra. She pulls out the key.
Oh, that thing.
They came to Fordham University for this. She puts it back in her bra again.
You really think that's the safest place?
It's safer than keeping it in my dormitory, which they can now find. For
Yeah,
now,
that's a
it's safe
question.
enough.
How the hell did they find you? Then again, supposed they have a scourge. It's not that difficult.
Exactly.
Mm.
It's not like I really keep my locations hidden.
Yeah, need to remind you. Mobster, and they just points to the manor behind him.
Mm,
I'm not that well hidden either.
I know. But I think I have a solution for that. But that's why I need you to work on a new base of operations with the malefactor, please. I said I gave it as part of your punishments
Mm.
because I think servitude is something that's very handy to use as punishment because it not only shows to everyone, including you and the rest of the court, that I'm not afraid to punish anything, but it also helps us building a fucking system. So yeah. Besides, I think it would be good for you. Do something with your hands, build something, get that feeling of being proud of whatever it is that you're building.
It's been thousands of years since I made anything worth touching.
Well, then, here you go. Here's your chance.
You are aware that if I build anything, the building will collapse.
That's why you have the malefactor with you, because you
Yeah,
don't need to do it alone.
I can't put up. I can't even put up a set of shelves without blowing up a gas main these days.
Oh, come on. You can cook. Cooking is building.
Cooking is different. I can follow instructions dead to it easily, but
Well, then follow the instructions of the malefactor. Let him be your recipe, or let
I
him give
guess
you the recipe.
And that's the thing. Lately, I've been trying to remember Lore of the Forge, and guess what happens each time? Next few nights, nightmares.
Hmm.
I end up getting because I know it's there. It's just I did a lot of horrible things with it last time. I'm kind of guessing it's all tied up in bad memories, or at least ones I'd rather not remember.
Hmm. We all have them, I guess.
Hmm. Hmm.
Well, it's good to see that you're still up and about, and you're not as horribly depressed as you were when you had to go out of the pit. Shadow World. Sorry. Ah,
Hmm.
that what I call a Freudian mistake.
Yeah, Freudian slip.
Mhm. Whatever. Lily she actually just lets herself fall on the grass and just spreads her arms and legs. She's like, oh, it's nice outside.
Yeah, I guess.
Come here, and she just slams on the grass next to her. Just sit. Just enjoy nature.
Marcus
Nailed
throws
it.
himself down, and as he does so, you might notice it's a very roll perception alertness, please.
Hey, I have that shit.
Yeah, and then depending on your successes, you'll be rolling perception medicine.
By the way, is it on eyesight based?
Eyesight, yes.
Okay, well, I'm not gonna say it's night because I think it's day. So I'll be with
Oh
minus
yeah,
two.
it is day or at least late afternoon.
So -2 difficulty.
Okay, you definitely spot it. Roll perception medicine, please.
Hey, I got that too. Wow. Perception medicine. That's wow. Damn, really good at that shit. Also based on
Daiso
eyesight.
Apiro. Daiso Apiro.
Also.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Only 3 successes. Still.
Yeah, you notice that he is wincing a great deal, making it quite obvious in the injuries he took during the attack and those that he's had previously were still there. And you're able to work out that using your perception medicine roll that in this case it's boiling down to back pain, shoulder, and his arm is still twinging from where he tore the muscle during training.
So go lie on your belly.
I'll be alright.
Go lie on your belly.
All I need is to get back inside and get back to the cooking later because then I won't even recognize
Marcus.
anything.
I'm not gonna say I'm fucking tyrant because I'm not, but I'm gonna order you around because I can do that apparently for a month. Go lie on your freaking belly now. You don't want me to kick you on that.
He'll actually just lie back on his back and cross his arms. Just try me, Toshiko. And he's grinning as he says it.
And she's just gonna. I'm actually not gonna roll for this. I'm just gonna put my. I'm gonna stand up quickly. I guess I'm quick enough. And she's just gonna put her foot on that torn muscle and just pressure it a little bit.
He'll grimace, and he'll grimace a lot, and you'll just see both of his fists clenching and his knuckles turning white. But he isn't moving.
She puts more and more pressure on it, slowly but surely. Because yeah, she's a bitch. She knows how far she can pull it with her medicine. She knows how far she can actually push it
1,
until.
2, 3, 4, 5 successes. Well, let's even fucking just say 4 successes. 4 successes on a willpower roll to not react as best as he can.
More pressure, just a little bit. Marcus.
Oh, fucking hell.
Oh.
That's not good. I think that actually is a failure.
Yep.
Right. In that case, he winces and does roll, but rolls like full 360 before
Okay.
doing his best to jump up to his feet.
Oh, honey. Lily
That
just.
was
Yeah.
unnecessary.
No, you're disobeying. I gave
You're
you
a,
an order.
you're a fucking cat, not a dominatrix woman.
I know my shit around. A lot of things, actually. Now,
Surprising this is not. Painful this was most certainly.
I know. Sorry, but you should have listened. Now, do as I say. Go lie on your belly.
Fine.
Oh, and take your shirt off.
Why?
Because I say so.
He does both, and as an story, and actually just is actually looking like he's almost half asleep with his head in his hands.
So, you want me to roll medicine for whatever I see, or
Yeah, you'll notice that all along his back, it actually looks like he's been beaten. And yeah, now that that's the obvious bit. Now roll perception medicine because there are bruises there, and it is obvious. But now comes the fun part.
no?
All right. All you notice is that the bruises seem to be a little odd, but they do look like to you to be seemingly normal bruises.
Mm-hmm. Hmm. Seem to be a bit bruised there.
It's nothing.
What happened?
I said it's nothing.
She's just gonna sit on top of you on your bum. Like, no, what happened?
It's nothing, Lily.
Seriously, you don't want me to do that again, now do you?
Now perception alertness for hearing, please, because this could be quite fun. Okay,
Two.
you pick up on the fact that he does very quietly say the word "better that than the truth." He says it very quietly to himself, but you do pick up on it.
Marcus, don't.
Finally, he gives in and actually points to his own waistline, to where a belt would be on the jeans. And you notice he usually does wear a belt, but there's not one this time.
Are you hating yourself?
He doesn't respond.
Marcus?
Still nothing.
Well, that says enough. Mm, idiot. Why would you do that? Why would you do that to yourself?
When they got out of the Shadowlands, I was numb. I had to do something.
Well, start drinking or something. Don't hit yourself.
Drinking only makes me feel numb.
Helps you to
So
sleep in the end.
pills do that.
Hmm.
That's why I started cooking again. Makes me feel relaxed.
Oh well. Okay, just don't do it again, okay?
I'll try, but I can't promise anything. And there's no use in trying to make me promise anything, because it won't
I'm
work.
not. I'm not. I'm not. There's no use in forcing a promise. It won't be a real promise anyway. And with that, Lily just slides forward a little bit, and she's actually starting to, while actually avoiding like the bruisings and stuff, she's just gonna massage your back and your shoulders.
He smiles slightly at this, but makes his face just settle into a thoughtful appearance.
I think I'm gonna roll Dex medicine to that.
Please don't injure me. Please don't injure me. Please don't injure me. I'm already like covered in fucking bashing at this point.
Well, 2 successes. It's not great, but it's well enough.
Mm.
He
By the
manages to
way,
lose some tension.
there is also one thing you may. Well, quick question.
Mhm.
Since he will have taken off his shirt before he laid down, please make. I should have asked you this before. A further perception medicine roll.
Ah,
Though it isn't actually that difficult to spot, so I will give you a further
wow.
-1 difficulty.
And it's
Yep.
high side. Yeah.
Yeah, you spot it clear as fucking crystal. In the fleeting second or so you had before he lay down, you will have noticed the enormous, and I do mean fucking enormous, set of burns
Mhm.
across across the front of his arms and chest.
So, why aren't you using anything to heal yourself fucking up?
They don't heal with faith. I
Mm.
wish they did. And the way I see it, scars have their uses.
Hmm. Well, if I see Reggie, I'm gonna see if I can poke her a little bit. If she wants to help, if she can help, because
You never know. I'm starting to learn Law of Awakening again. Maybe I'll remember how to do it myself.
might be useful. No. She rolls back on the grass again, on her back, and just looks up at the sky. Well, to be honest, I didn't just come here for a social call, you know. Although it's good to see that you're a bit more talkative than the last time we met.
Yeah. I guessed you were here just for social.
I'm sorry. It's, I wish I could, you know.
Yeah, but
I never wanted this.
tyrant business gets in the way.
I'm not a tyrant, please. Don't say that. Don't do that.
You are a tyrant, Lily. Just
I
accept
don't.
it.
I don't. No. 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 I don't want to be. I never.
You don't want to be. Locke didn't want to be. Josh didn't want to be. You. Each of them was tyrant in turn. Now it's your turn. Help
Well,
with it.
luckily, I am done with it in a month. Cause
Yeah, that's
well,
what you think.
yeah, that's what I think.
Oh, come on. You know what's going to happen. The only other person in this court who has the time and effort to put in would be Artemio. And the odds of him wanting to take on the responsibility of the court, after he saw what happened to me, no way. You're
Yeah,
going
you
to
know.
you're going to be stuck with this for the longest time.
Well, we'll see about that. I have my doubts. Besides, hey, you still have a month.
A month to prove I'm not worthy of being shot in the face. But
Marcus, as
Lily,
I've already told the others.
this court will never want me back as tyrant. In fact, the only reason I'm not a dead man right now is because you told them to leave off. That's all it will be. You
Listen,
know
you
that.
have your qualities as a tyrant. I've seen them. You just need to work on yourself a little bit. Well, you got a month.
Mm.
Try it. For fuck's sake. And don't worry, I'm not gonna be like anyone wants to step up, and if you would step up, then and they wouldn't pick you for whatever reason. No, it's just gonna be everybody write the name that you want, that you would like to see as tyrant on a fucking piece of paper, throw it in a hat, and we'll just name each fucking name one by one, and we'll see what ends up. But like I said, just prove to them that you are capable of ruling.
Mm.
Well, I will do my very best once I made sure that everything is in place, that I am not fit.
Yeah.
All I have to do is refer a few times to the, or basically all I have to do is shit on the mage's table again. It's that easy. And I think after this month, I might actually enjoy it.
Having drinks with the majors, I guess.
I didn't actually have one drink there. Well, not alcoholic, that is. Too bad.
Mm. Didn't you say something about you meeting a dragon?
Yeah, I did. I might have pissed him off a little bit as well.
Suddenly, a very odd expression crosses Marcus's face. Again, roll perception empathy.
Shh.
This could be an interesting one.
Wow.
Ah! You actually pick up on the fact that this is not an expression of annoyance. or even sadness. It's an expression that says quite clearly there's something he knows he's desperate to tell you and really should, but he's stopping himself because he knows it would upset you.
What? What's up?
It's nothing.
I know that
He
look.
immediately forces a grin.
Fuck you, I know that look. Spill it. Come on.
At this point, his expression will change again, and he'll actually lean over to you, as best he can anyway. And this time, perception, manipulation, empathy. Please, God, work. Oh, for fuck's sake. Fuck every variety of duck.
Please!
Fuck every variety of duck. I think that's just a failure no matter what.
Yep.
He leans over and does say to trust me, you don't want to hear it.
And that's the reason why I absolutely must.
Please, Lily.
Come on.
Ask Josh if he has any copies of the footage from Silas's bar the night he told me about you being taken by the mages. In fact, ask Veronica what Josh said about you.
Why?
Once again, in fact, it's going to be charisma or empathy. Because now it is a legitimate emotional response from him. Oh, for fuck's sake. It's not as bad. It might just work. 3 successes. Oh no, actually.
Oh yeah, it works. Never mind, actually, it works. It works.
Oh yeah. As he basically almost begs you not to make him say. And you can tell he is virtually begging you not to make him say what.
Seriously. You're worrying me now.
Actually, let's try something. You try manipulation empathy.
You want me to try manipulation empathy?
Go ahead.
To be quite honest, you might actually be surprised at the number of dice.
2. Actually, you might stand a chance of beating me this time, because guess what my perception empathy dice pool is?
Well, I have nice manipulation.
1, 2.
Oh, empathy, though. Yeah.
I have literally 5 dice, and 4 of them have turned out to be successes. Marcus can sense you trying to wheedle the truth out of him. Though poorly.
It wasn't poorly. 3 successes is not poorly.
He finally rests his head in his hands and just says, if I tell you what was said, you'll hate me for saying it. And he actually has tears in his eyes when he looks up at you.
Right. Well, really? I mean, come on. Then I won't get mad. Not at you, but what is going on?
Josh walked out on you. He forces the words out of himself.
He didn't.
He did.
No, he didn't.
Roll perception empathy. Please don't watch, please don't watch, please don't watch, please.
What?
Yep. You can tell he is being absolutely truthful.
I know.
For the one time you've looked in his face, there isn't a hint of manipulation or subterfuge of any sort. You are actually seeing the honest expression as he says the words. And you can actually see a glimpse of shame. He is ashamed of having said the words, even though he knows they're true.
Marcus, trust me, he didn't. I know, just let me finish. I know there have been some, and might still be some issues, but I'm pretty sure he didn't. I mean, I saw him when, in the Shadow World,
I know.
things were okay, and I will
That's
talk to him, but I'm pretty sure that I know there's something going on, and he might be mad at me, and for very good reasons, so, actually. But he is not given up, and I'm not giving up on him. I'm not.
Marcus will cautiously stand up and pick up his own shirt. Okay, if you say so. And he'll give your shoulder a light squeeze and start making his way back to the kitchen, pulling his shirt back on.
Whoa, 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 wait, because I still, although, well, we got a little bit off track here, because I actually came here for a few things that I really want to know.
Go on.
Well, I'm going to everyone in the Bronx, all of us, because I have a few questions, and especially to you, it would be interesting. There are two questions that I have. Well, actually, maybe three-ish. One is, how would you like to see the court? What would you actually I have four questions. One, how would you like to see the court? What do you think is important in the court? Two, what do you think is important in a tyrant? Three, do you actually see that in one of us? I want you to think about that because there's going to be a vote in a month. You don't need to tell me, just think for yourself. And it might be yourself, yes. And fourth, if you were in a court, what kind of position? What would you think is important? What's the thing that you would like to do? It's a lot, and if I can understand if you don't want to think about it right now, but yeah, it's kind of what I want to know.
Marcus will slowly walk over to an ornamental chess set. It's one of several ornamental features set around the garden. And he'll just reach over and just gently topple over the king and queen on both sides. Having seen all that I have of this city and of the court, you asked me what I want. What I want doesn't matter. I'm one voice. What I predict will happen is displayed enough on that chessboard. I don't even need to be a fiend to see it.
Well, I probably do because I don't understand what you're talking about. Yes, you're only one voice, but if everyone thinks at it like that, there won't be anyone working together because all they say is, "Fuck it, I don't care. It's just me. What possibly good could I do?" But if we work together, we are one voice, but one powerful voice.
What you forget, Lily, is I tried to unify the court. It didn't work. Why? Because I was one voice. Everyone else didn't want a tyrant, and I tried. I tried. You stand a good chance. You asked what I want in a tyrant, and I suspect that it's not what I want, it's what the court needs. The Reverend is a good man, it's true, but he is, for want of a better term, too moral to lead. A leader has to have an edge of immorality to them, which he lacks. Josh, for all his abilities, carries too much of a burden in his heart. Artemio? as much as I trust the man, he is too new, and a Lamisu tyrant is a risk, especially one so associated to the changelings. Then take into account Al. Al is also new, and has already expressed a complete lack of interest in politics. The malefactor, I doubt, would care if you offered him £1,000 of gold and silver. The only ones in this court, in fact, the only person in this court who has ever genuinely tried anything politically is myself. And you saw how that turned out. You, on the other hand, stand a chance. You have the strength and the physical prowess to mean that even those other reverend who would have happily shot me can't achieve it with you. But you're also likable. The others of the city will like you. The court likes you. They don't like me. You stand a chance. What the court needs is you, not some stodgy old devil.
But I don't want it to be me. I'm
So
not. Look, I
you
do stupid stuff. I shit on Mage's tables and I would do it again.
Marcus actually smiles and very gingerly puts an arm across your shoulder and reaches over with the other one and starts setting up the queens on each side back to full set, back onto on the right way up. And with a slight smile and a squeeze, just says, I shot one of my brother devils. I don't think, in front of a witness, in my own house. You at least looked like a bird when you fucked up. I don't think you can get much more stupid than what I did.
I don't know. I've done some pretty stupid stuff and, well, I don't, I don't know. I don't know. I really don't want this. I really don't. I want to be leading my own life. I don't want to have to worry about fucking everyone else.
In fairness, we're in a world now where, whether we want to or not, we've no other choice anymore. And with that, he'll actually lean over and very lightly kiss the top of Lily's head. I'll be in the kitchen if you need me. And he'll walk off back in the direction of the kitchen.
Fucker. Lily just, she stays there for a while, staring garden, staring at stupid chessboard. She really hates it at this point. She stands probably thinking for about a good half an hour, and then she hears her stomach rumbling again. She's like, sure, fucking hell, I go back to the kitchen. No way I'm gonna be tyrant. I think with that, we will end the scene.